House Speaker Ryan, we haven't talked about him enough, I know. Speaker Ryan leaving a lot of folks wondering still. But this time they're wondering what in the world is his thinking. Listen to Ryan as he ostensibly tried to defend President Trump.
The president's new at this. He's new to government. And so he probably wasn't steeped in the long-running protocols that establish the relationships between DOJ, FBI, and White Houses. He's just new to this.
Much to his credit, I might add. Joining me now to discuss the bombshell moments from Comey's testimony today, and of course, Paul Ryan's always interesting take on things. Co-host of The Five, Kimberly Guilfoyle, joining us here tonight. Kimberly, let's start with Paul Ryan.
Where shall we begin?
What is he doing?
What is he doing?
He's new to this.
Yeah, was he new to it too?
Oh, I don't think he was ever. I think that son of a gun was born in the fetid fields of Capitol Hill. I mean, he is just a beauty.
He's a beauty, isn't he?
Oh my
goodness, the apple of his parents' eye.
Well, speaking of beauties, and not in the literal sense, but James Comey.
Right.
I mean, come on. This was a demonstration today that had, I could only imagine the White House.
You almost seemed surprised by it today. Like it was just,
this was more entertaining than anything I had ever conjured up. But I could only think of the White House just cackling to themselves, pop-top beers flying through the air and having a great time. I mean, they watched a man who had been a pain in their sides or wherever for some time just self-destruct.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to see. It was quite a spectacle, right? I probably wasn't even anticipating that, given the pre-release, statement from yesterday.
The fancy pre-release. Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. And then here we have the head of the, which one?
All the media folks going, 7-page prepared statement by James Comey, and they would read through something that was pure balderdash.
Right, exactly.
And then today came the real balderdash.
Highlighted with tabs. Pull all your tabs off because the head of the FBI just outed himself as the leaker-in-chief.
Could you believe that?
Can you even imagine that? To his friend, who's a Columbia professor.
Right, yeah. Daniel Richmond, by the way, Professor Daniel Richmond.
And then the Columbia website where his thing was like crashing from all the traffic. But it's unbelievable. And he was like, well, I want to say that this was my personal recollection. So sorry for you. That would be discoverable in a court of law because it's your work product notes contemporaneous with you performing your government job as a head of the FBI.
I failed to mention that Kimberly is an attorney, former federal prosecutor.
A real one,
and
not
she went after bad guys like it wasn't pretty.
Let's just say I have a taste for them.
All right.
But I mean, what Comey? I mean, what is he going to do? What is he thinking now? That was like unbelievable.
What is next?
Display.
I mean, no collusion with the Russians. There's no obstruction of justice, which, by the way, there never was to begin with.
Which, by the way, the president has said. Then there was a. What do you make of the fact that the president's attorney, issued a statement, yesterday saying. This is consistent. The president's been vindicated. I go, well, that's an accurate statement because everything the president said was just confirmed by this statement, was consistent. The fact that he was not under investigation. And there's no crime that's been committed here.
The president says on 3 occasions, 3 occasions, he said, I wasn't under investigation. Today, 3 occasions, the president was never under investigation.
I mean, that's what you call winning. It's like the Super Bowl of legal moments. If you have somebody there that's supposed to be your antagonist, all of a sudden become your star witness for the president, saying that, in fact, yes, on 3 occasions, I told him that he was not under investigation.
And then basically, the former director of the FBI put his hands up like this, said, lead me off to jail. I also have been leaking government documents. Which, now he says is a private document because he was fired, but the paper was printed by the federal government and it was done on federal
people own that paper,
You're
Lou.
darn right.
Right? We own that paper.
It's the people's government.
Yeah, so I think...
Led by,
not
Comey.
Not Comey.
President Donald J. Trump.
Who had a victorious day today. And so there you go. Now you've gotten to the bottom of the truth about what happened and what transpired. I don't know where Comey thinks he goes from here, but maybe we can get back to the business of running the country and putting the president's agenda forward without all this nonsense.
One would hope. And for Mr. Comey, I believe that the days are going to be somewhat quieter.
And how about the Democrats? I mean, they got the vapors now, the Russian vapors. They're going up in fumes.
I don't know. No one can even find Senator Chuck Schumer, but then again, very few people are looking.